Hey there, and welcome. We're here to help you decode the often confusing world of smart TVs so you can find the absolute perfect screen for all the movies, shows, and of course, sports you love to watch. You know the feeling. You walk into an electronics store and you're just hit with this wall of acronyms and tech speak. It can honestly feel like you need a secret decoder ring just to figure out what you're looking at. But don't you worry, we are going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to translate the jargon and focus on what really matters for an amazing viewing experience, whether you're kicking back for a movie night or getting hyped for the big game. Okay, let's dive right in. The very first, and maybe the biggest, choice you're going to make is about the screen technology itself. And honestly, the best way to decide is to just think about the room you'll be watching in. So here's the breakdown, and it's actually pretty simple. OLED screens are amazing because each tiny pixel makes its own light. What does that mean for you? It means you get perfect, deep, inky blacks. It's stunning for movie nights when you can turn the lights down. Now, QLEDs work differently. They have a powerful backlight, which lets them get crazy bright. This is fantastic for fighting glare, making them perfect for watching a game on a bright, sunny afternoon. So the bottom line? If you want that dark, cinematic, movie theater vibe, OLED is your go-to. If you're watching in a bright room, QLED is definitely the champion. All right, next up, let's get into the fun stuff. Let's talk about the tech that creates that incredible, jaw-dropping wow factor you always see on the TVs in the store. First, we've got 4K, which you'll also hear called Ultra HD. All this really means is that the picture is way sharper and more detailed. Why? Because it has 4 times the pixels of an older Full HD TV. At this point, pretty much any TV you buy that's 48 inches or bigger is gonna be 4K. It's the new standard. Now, HDR, or high dynamic range. This is where the real magic happens. This is the tech that makes the colors pop and makes the whole image look incredibly realistic. But, and listen, this is a big but, not all HDR is created equal. For it to really work its magic, a TV has to get super bright, and frankly, a lot of the cheaper models just can't. Let me put it this way. Imagine you're watching a rocket launch. On a TV with kind of weak HDR, it might just look like a big, bright white blob at the bottom of the screen. But with great HDR, oh, you'll see the individual flames, the texture of the smoke, the fiery details. You feel like you're standing right there. And that's exactly what you want for those epic movie moments. Okay, enough with the fancy tech for a second. Let's get down to earth and talk about the practical stuff, like how this giant new screen is actually going to fit and work in your home. I'm going to give you a super simple hack for picking the right size 4K TV. Just grab a tape measure, measure the distance in inches from where your head will be on the couch to where the TV screen will be. Got that number? Great. That number, in inches, is the perfect screen size for you. So if you sit 65 inches away, you should be shopping for a 65-inch TV. It's really that easy to get that perfect immersive view. And hey, please don't forget these other little details that make a huge difference. First, the built-in sound on most TVs is just okay. If you want that booming movie theater sound, you've got to get a soundbar. It's a game changer. Also, this is a big one for sports fans. If you get a QLED and you like to have friends over for the game, check out the viewing angle in the store. You want to make sure the buddy sitting on the end of the couch isn't seeing a washed-out picture. All right, before you pull out your credit card, we need to have a little buyer beware talk. There are 2 really important things every single person buying a smart TV needs to know about. So think about this for a second. Your smart TV is always connected to the internet, right? Well, that connection is a two-way street. TV manufacturers can, and they often do, track what you watch to serve you ads or recommend content. The good news is you're not powerless here. You can take back some control. Just dive into the TV's settings menu, turn off the microphone, disable any data collection features. And if your TV has a camera on it, you know what to do. A little piece of tape works wonders. Okay, the other big thing we need to talk about is a risk that's specific to OLED screens. It's called burn-in. Basically, if you leave a static image, like a channel logo or a news ticker, on the screen for a super long time, it can leave behind a permanent ghost of that image. So who actually needs to worry about this? Well, mainly it's you die-hard sports fans who watch games for hours with that scoreboard just sitting in the corner of the screen. Or maybe you watch the same news channel all day with its logo and ticker always on. Now, for most people who watch a mix of things, the risk is really, really low. But if that sounds like you, it's a huge factor to consider, because QLED TVs don't have this problem at all. So it all comes down to this final question you have to ask yourself. It's a trade-off. Do you go for the absolute best picture with those perfect inky blacks that OLED offers, and just accept a tiny bit of risk depending on what you watch?
Or do you go for the super bright, glare-free picture and the total peace of mind you get with a QLED? There's no wrong answer, but now you've got everything you need to make the right choice for you.